everybody. In this video, we're going to be looking at using the weighted count method to find the winner of a preference vote. So take 3 deep breaths and let's make this math easy. Okay, so the big idea when you're using the weighted count method is, I guess in our previous lessons, we've looked at using the first choice votes to determine the winner. So like in the plurality method, you just look at which one of the choices gets the most first choice votes. And in plurality with elimination, it's similar, except that you have to get the majority. So sometimes the votes like roll up as you eliminate votes. But both of those methods are just focused on looking at what is a person's first choice when they're voting in the preference schedule. And the weighted count method is a little bit different in the sense that all of their choices and their ranking matter. So the way that it works is every level of their vote gets a certain number of points. So you assign 1 point for the last choice that they choose. Then you assign 2 points for their second to last choice, 3 points for their third to last choice, and so on. Until you've assigned points for all of the different rankings. So if you had a 3-choice vote like this one, first choice is going to get 3 points. But if you had a 4-choice vote, the first choice would get 4 points. And if you had a 5-choice vote, it would get 5 points and so on. And then you just figure out how many points each option gets. So the way that I like to do this, there's several ways to do it, but this one's my favorite. Is I go through and I figure out how many points each vote column contributes to each category. So, for example, this one in this column tells me that one person voted for chocolate as their first choice, strawberry as their second choice, and vanilla as their third choice. And so that means that chocolate is going to get 3 points, strawberry is going to get 2 points, and vanilla is going to get 1 point. In this column, I have 8 people who are voting for chocolate first. And so that means that chocolate is going to get 24 points because each one of those 8 votes gets 3 points. And since 3 times 8 is 24, that means that chocolate's going to get 24 points. Then vanilla would get 16 points because each of the 8 votes is contributing 2 points towards vanilla. And then strawberry is going to get 8 points. And then I can kind of continue this process through all of my columns. So the 2 people who voted in the third column give 6 points to strawberry, 4 points to chocolate, and 2 points to vanilla. Then these 3 people contribute 9 points to strawberry, 6 points to vanilla, and 3 points to chocolate. These 6 people contribute 18 points to vanilla, 12 points to chocolate, and 6 points to strawberry. And then the last column, these 3 votes contribute 9 points to vanilla, 6 points to strawberry, and 3 points to chocolate. And then to figure out which one wins, you just need to add up all the numbers to figure out how many points each choice gets. So my 3 options were chocolate, strawberry, and vanilla. So the chocolate votes are 3 plus 24 plus 4 plus 3 plus 12 plus 3. And when I add all of those up, I'm going to use my calculator to do this. But I get 3 plus 24 plus 4 plus 3 plus 12 plus 3. and that gives me the number 49. And so the weighted count for chocolate is 49. And the reason why we call it a weighted count is because each choice level gets a different weight. You know, like in this case, first choice gets 3 points, second choice gets 2 points, and third choice gets 1 point. And so that's why it's called a weighted count. Then I'll do the same thing for strawberry. So strawberries votes are going to be 2 plus 8 plus 6 plus 9 plus 6 plus 6. So on my calculator, I'll do those really quick. So 2 plus 8 plus 6 plus 9 plus 6 plus 6. That gives me a weighted count of 37. And for vanilla, I get 1 plus 16 plus 2 plus 6 plus 18 plus 9. And that gives me 52. So the weighted count for vanilla is 52. So the winner in this case would be vanilla because vanilla got the highest weighted count. And that's how you use the weighted count method to determine the winner of a preference vote. So why don't you guys go ahead and try these two examples and figure out which drink and which season would be the winner by the weighted count method. And these two are a little bit different than the example I just did in the sense that you have a different number of choices. But remember, the last choice always gets 1 point, and then you just work your way up from there. So in this first one, the fifth choice votes are going to contribute 1 point. Fourth choice will be 2 points. Third choice will be 3, and then 4 and 5, and so on. So go ahead and try these on your own. Figure out what the weighted count is and determine the winner. And then restart this video to see how I would solve them. Okay, so on this first one, the weighted count for coffee is going to be 95. The weighted count for soda will be 96. The weighted count for juice will be 56. The weighted count for water will be 67. And the weighted count for tea will be 61. So the winner by the weighted count method would be soda in this case. And then for the next one, the weighted count for fall will be 100. The weighted count for spring will be 77. The weighted count for summer will be 64. And the weighted count for winter will be 59. And so the winner in this case would be the fall season. So if you got these weighted counts correct and you found the winner, then you don't have to watch the rest of the video. But if you have any questions about how I got these numbers, you're welcome to go to the timestamp shown on the screen to see how I solved these. Okay, so on this first one, again, like I mentioned before you paused the video, the fifth choice vote is going to get 1 point. Fourth choice will get 2 points. Third choice will get 3 points. Second choice will get 4 points. And first choice will get 5 points. So these 6 votes in the first column are going to contribute points based on this ranking. So coffee is going to get 30 points. Soda is going to get 24 points. Juice is going to get 18 points. Water is going to get 12 points. And tea is going to get 6 points. And then for these 2 votes in the second column, those are going to contribute 10 points to water because 5 times 2 is 10. 8 points to coffee because 4 times 2 is 8. 6 points to soda because 3 times 2 is 6. And 4 points to tea and 2 points to juice. And then these 3 votes will contribute 15, 12, 9, 6, and 3 points to each of those options. These 4 votes will contribute 20, 16, 12, 8, and 4 points. This 1 vote will contribute 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 points to each of those. And then these 9 votes will contribute 45, 36, 27, and 18 and 9 points to each of those. And then to figure out what my weighted votes are, coffee is going to have 30 plus 8 plus 6 plus 12 plus 3 plus 36. And when I calculate that out, I get a weighted count of 95 for coffee. And then for soda, I'll do 24 plus 6 plus 3 plus 16 plus 2 plus 45. And when I add those up, I get that the weighted count for soda is going to be 96. And then for juice, I'll have 18 plus 2 plus 15 plus 8 plus 4 plus 9. And when I add those up, that gives me a weighted count of 56 for the choice of juice. And then for water, we'll have 12 plus 10 plus 9 plus 4 plus 5 plus 27. And when I add those up, I get a weighted count of 67 for water. And then for my last one, if I have 6 plus 4 plus 12 plus 20 plus 1 plus 18, I end up with a weighted count of 61 for tea. And so out of all of these weighted counts, the weighted count that is the highest is soda. And so that means that soda would be the winner in this case. On the second example, where we're looking at the favorite seasons, you're going to go through the same process. However, on this one, the first choice votes are going to be worth 4 points because the last choice votes are always worth 1 point. And then the third choice votes are going to be 2 and 3 and so on, and you just count your way up. So these 4 votes are going to contribute 16 points to fall. Then, let's see, 3 times 4 is 12, so 12 points towards spring, and then 8 points towards summer, and 4 points towards winter. Then these 2 votes are going to contribute 8 to fall, 6 to spring, 4 to winter, and 2 to summer. These 4 votes are going to contribute 16 to fall, 12 to summer, 8 to spring, and 4 to winter. These 7 will contribute 28 to fall, 21 to winter, 14 to spring, and 7 to summer. This 1 vote will contribute 4, 3, 2, 1 points to each of those seasons. And then these 3 votes will contribute 12, 9, 6, and 3 points. These 2 votes will contribute 8, 6, 4, and 2. This 1 vote will be 4, 3, 2, and 1. These 2 votes will be 8, 6, 4, and 2. Same thing here, 8, 6, 4, and 2. And then these 2 votes of 1 will be 4, 3, 2, 1, and 4, 3, 2, 1. So to determine the weighted counts, we just need to add these up. So for fall's weighted count, we're going to do 16 plus 8 plus 16 plus 28 plus 3 plus 9 plus 4 plus 3 plus 4 plus 4, that's the wrong one, plus 3 plus 2. And when I add those up, the weighted count that I get for fall is going to be exactly 100. So that will be the weighted count for fall. And then for spring, I'll have 12 plus 6 plus 8 plus 14 plus 4 plus 12 plus 8 plus 2 plus 6 plus 2 plus 2 plus 1. And so the weighted count for spring, when I add all of those up, will end up being 77. So that's the weighted count for spring. And then for summer, we'll have 8 plus 2 plus 12 plus 7 plus 2 plus 3 plus 6 plus 4 plus 8 plus 8 plus 1 plus 3. And when I add all of those up, the weighted count for summer ends up being 64. So that will be the weighted count for summer. And then for winter, we'll go 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 21 plus 1 plus 6 plus 2 plus 1 plus 2 plus 6 plus 4 plus 4. And when I add all of that up, we get a weighted count of 59 for winter. And so the winner of this preference vote would be the fall season, because that is the season that has the highest weighted count. And that's how you do that problem.